One fateful day in the X-Men comic, we saw Bruce Banner, the Hawk, appear as the Hawko, a rendition of the Hawk in the world armor. I enjoyed making JoJo Fun Facts Part 1 so much that I felt like I should make a Part 2, and plus this will be the first video y'all get with the official new mic. That's it, yeah. Let me not position it in front of the camera, but I actually have a mic. Yeah, it's here. Can y'all believe it? The Hawko appeared in the X-Men comic, and in all honesty, it looked pretty tough. I actually liked the design that they made, putting the world armor around the Hawk, because it was an image I thought I would never see, but me seeing it in person, it's pretty good. The JoJo's Bizarre Adventures anime was initially released for JoJo's Bizarre Adventures 25th year anniversary, which is very interesting. It's something I actually didn't know before I started researching this, but it's somewhat a little bit more commonly known that it came out on its 25th anniversary, even though it's believed by like a lot of fans that like the reason we got the anime in specific was to make up for the OVAs, because Hirohiko Araki didn't like them like at all. He did not like those OVAs in the slightest. Kakyoin's unofficial name is Time, and Araki came up with that name during Stardust Crusaders and wanted Kakyoin to have it as his last name, but he had forgotten that he already placed the name on Kakyoin. So he wasn't able to fully incorporate it into the anime, but he had Kakyoin put that name down when they went to check into Enya's place. For all my old Heritage for the Future fans, we could have gotten Josuke and Kira in the game. I'm pretty sure Josuke's Dora files were like in the game, and Kira's All I Wanted Was a Peaceful Life files, like with him saying those lines, those were in the like in the files of the game, but they just never made them playable, which hurts my heart. It really does. It hurts my heart, because I would have been spamming Killer Queen. I don't understand. Listen, if you've never played Heritage for the Future, again, I strongly recommend it, especially if you have a computer. You can definitely get that game file and load it up. You may have to jump through some hoops, but it is possible. All of Dio's namesakes, because he has 3, and Araki really just wanted to make him look cool. The first one is Dio, in Italian translates to God, which some of you probably know. Second one is Dio is a reference to the American heavy metal band with the same name, which again, some of you probably do know. And the third one is Brando literally comes from Marlon Brando. So he used 3 different references just for Dio's full name, which is pretty cool. And it ended up being iconic, so can't say he was wrong. He had to glaze his first villain. I'm not mad at it. Also, Yukako, she was like one of the first yandere types, and like she was like the prototype for like shonen manga. If you look at shonen manga post Part 4, which Part 4 came out in the early 90s, the ones that do have the yandere types, they're somewhat similar to Yukako. Lucky Land is a company created by Hirohiko Araki, and if you look closely in JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, which I actually personally noticed this a few times, I just never knew the reason why it always kept showing up. I thought it was just like a saying Araki had, but it's in the anime and manga. You just randomly see it in places, on pins, accessories, even in billboards, it randomly shows up. Honestly, I think one time I remember seeing it was Part 4. I think JoJo had a pin of it or something. It was like somebody had some type of pin or something of it, but I just remember seeing that. I'm pretty sure Lucky Land itself, the company, is like a manga studio where Hirohiko Araki trains people. I could be wrong, I'll probably look this up after I finish this clip. Yeah, Lucky Land is Hirohiko Araki's personal manga company where he has his own assistants and everything. That's pretty nice. I actually looked at some of the pictures where you could see the inside of his own studio, which is interesting. Iggy Stan the Fool was partially made just because he saw a Formula Racing ad. Like there was like a ad with Shonen Jump that they were doing with Formula One. That's why he gave the full like wheels on its hind legs, even though he didn't intend on making the fool that fast of a stand either. Like he literally said this at the end of volume 15 of Stardust Crusaders. And finally, to end it off, apparently parts 1 through 5 originally had different publication names. Like once they were first published, part 1 was originally published as His Youth, part 2 Joseph Joestar, His Proud Lineage, part 3 Jotaro Kujo, Heritage for the Future, which is ironic. Part 4, it was just titled Josuke Higashikata. Then part 5 was titled Golden Heritage. And as you can see, all the name changes low-key were better. So I'm glad Araki went with the name changes. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We're on the road to 5K, so anything helps. And until next time, peace.